Alright, Mr. Dragon's Fury here with a new deck profile. We got it's Fire Kings, but it's not the loot version because I'm adapted to control playstyle with the rabbits. So I've this is basically my version of Fire King control. That's what I'm gonna call it. So let's get started with the monsters. There's a lot of monsters in here. 2 Garunics, 3 is like if you draw this guy and can't get him out of your hand, you're probably gonna lose. So that's the problem with him. I don't have that many ways to get him out either of my hand. 2 Fire King Avatar Barong. Searcher searches out the onslaught. So he also is the only target in the deck for Fire Dog. Draw power of the deck basically. Sorry. Triple Karkardi, which is basically combos with pot of dualities on turn 1, basically. Mainly because, very much like Heretics, this deck, like Onslaught, Fire Dog, it plays Tefnuit, everything, all the plays require your opponent to have a monster, so this allows me to set my hand up and do stuff on turn 1 instead of just allowing my opponent to go first. Play 2 Tefnuit. I'm had thoughts about bringing this up to 3 because I played 2 Convocations and one of them's been dead a couple times. Late game. There's the normal for them. He's got to be a fire dragon, so pretty much the only good choice. As for the 6s, I use 6s to tribute him. Tefnuit 4. I use this guy because he's Harpy's Feather Duster, basically. If nothing else, he forces your opponent to activate things, because it destroys it when it's normal summoned. It's a spirit, so you can bounce it too, and reuse it. But when he's normal summoned, you destroy all the spells and set spells and traps your opponent controls. So either their entire back row blows up, or it forces them to play things. And if they have Bottomless, if they have Phoenix Chain or anything, then you have Forbidden. This deck plays Triple Lance, so it doesn't matter. Their back row is going to probably blow up anyways, unless they use Huge Revolutions over or Solemn Judgment or something. So, on the summon, it's good. One Caius is a tech because stuff that you can't destroy, you can just get rid of, and usually deal your opponent damage. This deck's somewhat aggro, so and plus since you're probably not gonna have monsters on your opponent's turn, especially early in the game, plays Devil Swift Scarecrow. It plays. I don't have a Trag, but so right now I have Gores in here. Trag will be way better because of the back row you'll see in a little bit, and you always have a lot of cards in your hand, pretty much. So plus you can probably just take your opponent's monsters. Anyways, to the spells. Plays triple Forbidden Lance because we're very worried about both Bottomless and Dimensional Prison, and also if they play Starlight Road, you can Lance and they don't get Stardust, and your monster's not dead, so it works. And if they Starlight, basically only if they Starlight the bird, the level 6 bird. If they Starlight Road Garunix, then he's still gonna come back. 2 Pot Duality, consistency. First turn can't really do much. Plus, when you're controlling the board, this gives you, this is great. Other search card. Pot of Duality and Card D and this is, in your first hand is just pretty much godly. Like, seriously. Double onslaught, because you only play 2 Garunics. You can't play 3 of this card if you play 2 Garunics. And plus you can search it with Barong. I don't search that often with Barong, but it happens every once in a while. I usually draw that card. Double Rekindling, 3 would be way too much. You can't draw a Rekindling turn 1 really. So they're more late game win conditions usually if they're like late game. I play 1 MST because I do play 3 Lance, and back row is not really an issue, especially with that level 6 I showed you. So it's usually not an issue at all. But I do play 1, and I side siding 2 or 3 Dust Tornadoes because we do have like Call the Haunted and stuff in this deck, so it's good. This is the only way I can really get around the Garunics if I draw it, which I do a lot. I play double Feather the Phoenix because I can discard Garunics, I can discard the normal, I can discard it. If I have a Dead Convocation in my hand, I can discard it. And I can put anything I want from my graveyard back on top of my deck. And then if I have Pot of Duality in my hand also, I can get it like right away. Like I can get a Lance back, I can get Rekindling back. Can't use that turn, but yeah. I can get a Trag back, I can get Swift Scarecrow back, I can get a Judgment back, I can get anything, you know. So I like it a lot. Oh, and you can also, I don't play Avarice in this deck, so this is pretty much the only way I can, like, if I have a Fire Dog, but all my Barongs are used up, I can put it back on top of my deck, and since it's inside the deck, you know, but it's on top, so I can attack and special summon Barong from the deck, or from the top of the deck. Okay, to the traps. Play 1 Judgment for, the only thing you really Judgment is, Huge Revolution, or if your opponent summons something like Shockmaster. We're not really worried about Abyss Dweller because we have Fire Dog. Double Fiendish because I play this card because over Valor. I was playing 2 Valor here, but this card I think it's better than Valor this format because Fire Fists are basically Inzectors. Beast Warrior versions of Inzectors, and it dies to MST, yes, but your opponent's probably only going to play 2 MST, and this works you can use it on your turn. It works for more than 1 turn, unlike Valor. It stops attacks, which I want to do because I play the card and Pot of Duality and stuff, and then it stops effects. So, you know, I like it in this deck more than Valor, because Valor doesn't really do much anyways, for me. Not in this deck. Double Torrential is just nuts in this deck. You can, if you have Garunics, you know, and they do some crazy stuff, you can Torrential all the fields destroyed, and then they're not going to summon anything else. If they do, it's just going to die on your the next standby phase. So you'll probably get free attacks, free damage, and you can probably go for game. Double Call, because this card's also just nuts in this deck, because especially if you have Garunix in the grave, you can set it, and then if they blind MST it, then you can chain it, and Garunix comes back, and it dies by Call's effect, and it comes back during the next standby. Or if they don't MST it, I usually either call Garunix anyways, or you can call the Haunted Tefnuit and tribute Tefnuit and special summon a rank 6. So I do that a lot. Alright, that's 40 cards, I believe. And onto the extra deck. The extra deck's not complete. I haven't counted these actually, but I don't think it's complete. It's only rank 4s and rank 6s because that's all you can really make. Shockmaster is really only for the Rekindling plays, to be honest. The big Rekindling plays. Broke Stroke, the Symphony Gen, we make a lot. I make Utopia a lot. We have Diamond Dire Wolf, just blow up anything. Like I can get out if I can get 2 level 4s. Like if they have like a problematic card like a macro or something like that, you know. Dweller, too good against frogs, and not that they're meta, but too good against the mermaids and stuff. Pappy Operative is just like a staple pretty much. I mean, anything, then again, I could probably get rid of anything like a Reaper. If they have a Reaper, then Garunix just laughs at Reaper, I guess. Cowboy wins games, and also he gets pretty big, bigger than Garunix does. So, yeah. I played 2 Strike Bouncer. I only have 1. I need another one. You can just control the game with him early in the game. Your opponent just deals with him, and you deals with him, and then they can't deal with Garunix. So, and if they have something big, we have Force Focus. And this card's nuts against frogs if I play frogs. Just coincidentally, mainly. But I play him mainly because he's 28. He's the biggest monster I have. But he also stops effects. So, double Basilitrice because I can't even make 3, you know. So I don't think. But I mean, I rarely make 2. I'm probably not even going to make 2. I only get this guy out if I need to banish something, and if I'm going to tribute for Caius, then I can't make him with Caius. But so it doesn't matter which 6 I tribute for, Caius or the other bird thing, the level 6. I'm going to banish something, or have the chance to. Caius banishes something, and then this banishes stuff too. But I don't. It's not that strong. Like I could get. I'd rather have a bouncer on the field or a Force Focus. Anyways, that's the deck. Tell me what you think about it. More duel videos later, probably. See you guys later.